So who was Newt Knight and what did he stand for? What were his principles?
Newt Knight was a man who defended his own freedom, his family's freedom, then his neighbor's freedom. And then saw in himself, and the poor farmers that he was fighting with, he was taken in by these runaway slaves during the Civil War and saw an injustice and noticed that all of a sudden, you know what, if I can't be free if another man is not free. He led a rebellion during the Civil War against the South, against the Confederacy, and then after the Civil War, continued to fight for African American rights until he was buried in his grave at 94 years old.
So apart from growing a beard, what other challenges did you face in this movie?
Well, growing the beard was easy. All that took was time. And I didn't need to manicure it. It was let it be as wild and woolly as possible. Keeping it clean, I didn't even try to keep it clean.
Some food items in there.
Food, who knows what else, a few other things. You know, there was fun accent to work on for months. There was plenty of historical research to do on the guy because he was a real life, somewhat of a biography of the man. And I'm not an American history Civil War buff, so I had to go to school. This was the kickoff of me going to school on American history at that time. Spent a lot of time down the South touring different Civil War sites. Went to Ellisville, where the man's from. Met a lot of his descendants and a lot of his family. And then just went and did the job.
Now, this movie is about the Civil War. It's not a topic that British audiences will be familiar with. So why would this movie appeal to a British audience?
I heard that question before.
Not by me, you didn't.
Yeah, no, not by you. Look, it's the story of the underdog. It's the story of the outlaws that band together and take it to the establishment. It's the little man wins. It's the little man fights the system and says, no, you're not going to oppress me. You're not going to put me down. And I'm not just going to hide out, wait till this war's over. I'm going to take up munitions and take it to you.
And lastly, you're currently shooting The Dark Tower with Idris Elba. Is that you finished?
No, haven't even started. I start shortly.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask you how it's going. Is it what can we expect from that film? I mean, it looks. Is it what's the?
Well, it's my first dive into science fiction. This obviously from a Stephen King novel. I haven't got there yet, so I don't know what to expect. I know who my man is, the Man in Black, and I know that Idris's character, Gunslinger, is coming after me. And that chase is really what takes us through this story.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey!